It's my pleasure to share this session with Professor Ahmad Hamada, Professor of Clinical Oncology, Cairo University, and Professor Suraya Abdul Hamid, and Professor Abbas Sarhan. The topic of this session will be the URTC session, and the first speaker is Dr. Carlo Massini from Belgium, and the topic will be the introduction of the RTC.
Well, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I would like to thank also the organizer for giving me the opportunity to introduce the RTC to this audience. Well, I am Carlo Messina, as you can read. I'm a medical oncologist, and I work for the URTC headquarters in Brussels, in Belgium. But what is the URTC? URTC stands, as you were reading in the introduction, is the European Organization for Research and Treatment on Cancer. But what does it mean? So it means that it's a unique pan-European clinical and translational cancer research infrastructure. It's a private, non-profit organization created in 1962 by this man pictured here, Professor Henri Tagnon. And he founded the URTC after he came back from the US after working at the NCI in Washington. Our main mission is to promote and conduct research to improve cancer care. And our core activity is to conduct clinical trials. So what kind of clinical trials we would like to conduct? Large academic trials, international clinical trials, multidisciplinary clinical trials. And why do we want to do that? It's because we would like, or we would, develop new treatments, and we would like to define new standards of care. So, to conduct, develop, coordinate research on cancer treatment and its related problems, it's a big task. And of course, we cannot do it alone. We need multidisciplinary efforts and multinational efforts. We have a network of investigators spread around mostly Europe, and more than 300 institutions spread again mostly around Europe. Why do we do that? Is to decrease the time needed to evaluate therapeutic prevention modalities, to disseminate state-of-the-art knowledge with final goal of improving standard of cancer care, and to interact with the healthy policymakers to promote clinical research. Which all these are nice words, but what are the numbers? Well, the numbers are roughly 72,000 patients accrued in 11 years throughout Europe. And you can see the list is very complicated, but anyway, so there are European countries mostly. And in alphabetical order, of course, the biggest recruiters are Belgium, France, Germany, Italy, the Netherlands, Holland, and the UK, Great Britain. And the biggest non-EU recruiter is Switzerland. So, all this data from all these patients, who deals with it? Well, it's the headquarters in Brussels, because we have a fully equipped platform which ensures management, quality, and analysis of the data. We have built in 50 years specific technical expertise platforms like the quality assurance of radiotherapy, for instance. And who supports these platforms? Of course, us, the staff. So we have multiple expertise, like people like me, doctors, medical doctors. We have statisticians. We have basic scientists with their PhDs working on sub-studies on TR or TR projects per se. We have clinical imaging technicians which are involved in sub-studies with imaging groups or the RECIST, let's say, or we have also physicists working for the radiotherapy clinical trials. And our standard operating procedures are fully auditable, so at least. So to conclude my brief introduction to the URTC, URTC is a neutral platform at the crossroad of pharma companies, diagnostic and imaging industry, and CROs. We have fully validated quality assurance and quality control infrastructure for clinical trials with a pan-European expertise in biological material and imaging handling. We are aligned with all the international quality assurance requirements for clinical and translational research, and our models of partnership for biomarker qualification and clinical evaluation is flexible. So I now leave the stage to Professor David Cameron, who's the chairman of the Breast Cancer Group, and I thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Dr. Carlo.